Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to the Wednesday's edition of the CDC Hour. The CDC Hour is a 60-minute package of activities within the Congress for Democratic Change and other issues affecting the body politics of our country. Today is Wednesday, December 17, 2025, and I'm here lonely this evening to take you for the next 50 minutes of or so. Today is December 17, the much heralded December 17, the stand protest date. We apologize for the late coming on because there has been little technical issues right after the news. We faced little technical problem, and so but we're back on. Thank God, we are swift. Josephine is not here today. I'm here alone today to bring you some of the issues that are trending around the country, and I'll be right back after the bit about him son. We are inside the breeze. Politicians worry, mama chukwa inside the breeze. They worry. Brothers International, y'all. Team in a race. Thanks so much and welcome back to the program, the CDC Hour. If you're watching via the Facebook page, you just go to King's FM Live, King's FM and TV Live. If you are listening by way of radio, you can just tune into 88.5 King's FM and you will be live. The show will be brought live to you. Today, the solidarity for a new day. Okay, stand, solidarity and trust. Solidarity and trust for a new day stand. Conducted its second wave of, public protest in Monrovia, especially specifically at the grounds of the executive mansion, between the executive mansion and the Capitol building. And so it was a protest marred by uh, speeches, and despite the police heavy-handedness, the police crackdown, despite the state's intimidation tactics to get Liberian off limit to not go to the protest. Many Liberians made their way there, and the protest was held today. It was successful because the success of protests is not dependent lastly on the multitude of people. It depends on the message that is delivered. But let us appreciate Mr. Molbake Molu, okay, the chairman of Stand and his group. They've done an extremely marvelous job. Okay, they braved the storm, they defied the odds despite the state's intimidation. The Ministry of Justice earlier on refusal to to give them a clear signal as to go ahead, which was not even needed. So Stan, Mr. Molu has been able to maneuver through troubled waters, still waters, and he has delivered another protest that was very successful today. And so speeches were delivered. Mr. Molu, amongst other things, said the government has failed to deliver on its promises made to the Liberian people during the 2023 election. The government has bastardized the rule of law. The government has they have violated all of the laws of the country, including the constitution and also the penal laws of the country. The government has also gone ahead to have a heavy-handedness on public gathering, especially, the Kinjaw issue is still marauding around the corner, around the corridor, where the police went and gunned down over 3 people in Kinjaw in 2024, right after the government was inaugurated in the office. There was a standout between the company and its employees, its contractors, and the government sent the police under Gregory Coleman with with that level of heavy-handedness, trigger happiness. They went and killed people. The police has been, killing people. They have been infringing on the rights of innocent Liberians over the last 2 years. And so that was part of that was part of the reason for the protest today. The government also, in the last 2 years, the economic condition of our people, the material condition of our people, has not been favorable. There have been more people who have descended into poverty in the country. If you look at the living condition of our people, it's now even worse, two, three times worse than what it was when Mr. Bwaka became president. Uh, and so all of these things, tenure laws violated, people violently uprooted, removed from their positions. The government's fight against corruption, very, very much selective. Not a single person, for example, under Mr. Bwakai's watch, who has pillaged the resources of our country, who've stolen on industrial scale, the resources of the country have been prosecuted. Not a single person in the Bwakai government has been prosecuted. One would argue that Mr. President has been suspending people, has been dismissing people. Oh, but those people that have been suspended, dismissed, they've not been prosecuted because they were suspended and or dismissed on grounds of corruption, wrongdoing, pillaging of national resources. But the president has not mustered the courage. The government has not mustered the courage to prosecute any of those people. There have been different people from different ministries and agencies, who have been axed from the government on corruption allegation, ranging from Ministry of Commerce, the Ministry of Commerce, Ministry of Labor. We talk about the National Oil Company of Liberia. We talk about the Liberia Refugee Repatriation and Resettlement Commission, the LRRC. Every aspect of the government has been overtaken by corruption, okay? But the government, even after Mr. Bwakai, the president of Liberia, has suspended or dismissed those people, the government has now moved. The Ministry of Justice has now moved. The Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission has now moved to prosecute those people. As a matter of fact, the new the new Anti-Corruption Act that was passed in 2022-2023 under the administration of President Ware, it gave the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission a teeth to bite. Before the LACCO law, the LACC could not prosecute except the Ministry of Justice had failed to prosecute after 90 days. Then the LACC could have taken a corruption case to court. But now, after a radical fundamental overhaul in the law at the LACC, now the LACC can move, directly, first hand, to prosecute corruption cases, even aside from involving the Ministry of Justice. That is a good law that was given by the people of Liberia, to the people of Liberia by Mr. Ware. And the LACC commissioner selection, that recruitment is not based on the president's will. Okay, in fact, the president cannot outrightly dismiss anybody from the LACC because of the LACC. The recruitment in its new law, the recruitment should be done by reputable civil society organizations, the media, for example, the diplomatic corps, most often involved heavily by the U.S. Embassy. That is the new law given to the Liberian people by by the former president. Uh, uh, okay, and even the new drug law. Okay, the new drug law was passed, giving the LDEA, I mean, making drug a non-bailable crime. Drug before was a bailable crime. Under President Sharif and Mr. Bwakai as president, vice president of this country, respectively, the the drug law was a bailable crime. Okay, so when Mr. Weah government under the CDC redid the 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 drug law, amended the drug law, giving it a non-bailable status. Okay, now the drug law you see President Bwaka's government, are using to fight drugs to some extent was given to us by the administration of President George Weah. But even the drug fight now under Mr. Bwaka is selective. Look at what happened to Bakiroi. Okay, Bakiroi, this guy was found with uh, I'm told something around about $10, $10 worth of weed, in his house. And the guy said, "Look, this is what I take to inspire myself to get on the musical stage." But he was disgraced only because he refused to perform at the United Party December 6th homecoming. He was approached. Okay, he was approached. We understand that an international artist who was approached to come to, or perform on that program was promised. I mean, they said they were going to give him 100,000 US dollars, and he said the guy did not come. Okay, the guy did not come. So they went to Bakiroi and they told him that they would give him, I think, $2,000 or $3,000 to perform. He said, "But how could you disgrace me like that? You bring somebody from abroad to give them 100,000. Why? Why do you want to give me? I mean, 2,000, 3,000 to perform?" So the guy refused to perform on the Unity Party December 6th program. So that was the vendetta, inculcated by the UP government against Bakiroi. As a matter of fact, the drug that was found with the guy was less than $10 worth. I think it was an opium, okay? $10. And the guy told them, he said, "Look, this is what I use to inspire myself to perform." Okay. But the stark contrast here is Quita Dolo, a campaigner of the United Party in 2023 election, was caught with drugs worth over 300,000 Liberian dollars. Okay, Quita Dolo. She was arrested and later nobody knows her whereabouts. Nobody knows Quita Dolo whereabouts. Again, before Quita Dolo, this guy, Dominic Molu. Dominic Molu is a friend to the president's children, Jojo and Tantan, right? Dominic Molu was arrested with he was not arrested with marijuana. No, he was not arrested with opium. No, Dominic Molu was arrested with more than 200 parcels of cocaine, first class drugs, cocaine, and that was done in Lofa. That arrest was made in Lofa County. Okay, Dominic Molu, the street value of the cocaine arrested with Dominic Molu was around 225,000 United States dollars. Dominic Molu today, nobody knows his whereabouts. Dominic Molu, the borders were open wide, and Dominic Molu was escorted out of the country by the very LDEA and officers of the Liberia Immigration Service. Dominic Molu is not in the country. So 225,000 US dollars worth of cocaine and $10 worth of uh, opium, which is not on market value. It doesn't have any market value. Okay, so you humiliated this guy only because he refused to perform on your program. And the very day he was arrested, the next day he should have performed a Senibar. A Senibar. He should have performed there. Okay, so the conspiracy against Bokiro was, very much concocted, well planned by the government. And today, I understand that Bokiro has been released on bail to his lawyers. Okay, because do you know the reason why he was released on bail? The drug law is non-bailable. The drug law is non-bailable, but there's an exception. It says when the quantity of drugs found with an individual that is less than certain amount, that person can be released on bail, especially if the market value, if it does not have a market value. Okay, so that's why Bucket Raw was released, I think, yesterday, Tuesday, onto his lawyers. But this is the issue. We are getting information that the government is targeting the musical industry, especially those musicians who have ties with the CDC, like Takun J, Bucky Roy, and the rest of the guys who, you know, have been performing, like the guy Musical Joia, that is the guy, how do you call him? Christoph the Change. He calls himself Musical Judge, where everybody knows him by that. So the government intends to run behind those guys who are connected to the CDC and are in the musical industry. Okay. Also, those in the movie industry, like Frank Atuz. The last time when Frank Atuz wrote on his Facebook page expressing his opinion about certain things, a lot of people from the Unity Party and the government went at him and decided to insult him, insult his mother, and everything. So the government is after musicians who are connected to the opposition community. And I think if Takun J and other people are listening, if Bucky Raw is listening, Christoph is listening, right? They need to be very careful. They need to watch their surroundings. They need to watch who they eat with. They need to watch who, even in their vehicles, who they pick up. Because that one lift you will give to somebody, it only takes a person to drop one parcel of it in your car. And that could be the beginning of your trouble. Bucky Raw is in court. He was charged and arraigned before the court, the Pittsville Magisterial Court or so. Okay, so but they need to be very careful now because the government is after them. Okay, so this is where we are, a government that is very much vindictive, a government that is very much unfriendly to anybody who would express opinions against the attitude or the workings of the government. They will go after you. Okay. Recently, Mr. Sekou Kole. Sekou Kole was the CDC's candidate in Kwadugboni District number 4 in Lofa County, the Kwadugboni area where dominantly Mandingo. Sekou Kole was a CDC candidate in the 2023 election. Sekou Kole has worked at the Freeport of Monrovia for 19 years. 19 freaking years. 19 unbroken years. This guy has worked very diligently and very disciplined. Recently, the managing director of the NPA, Sekou Dukle, Sekou Dukle told the brother, Sekou Kole, that look, the president of Liberia has given me an ultimatum. He said I should tell you to resign or you should be fired. Because Sekou Kole refused to go on the program, the United Party program, on December 6th. Sekou said he was not going there. He's not a United Party man. He's a CDC man. He works for the government. He works for the Liberian people. I think he's the director for international affairs at the National Port Authority, Sekou Kole. So Sekou told them that, look, I cannot wear a United Party shirt and go on your program because I am not a United Party man. I'm a CDC man, though I work at the port, but I think I should have right to my political opinion. Okay? Just because of that, Sekou has lost his job. Sekou Kole has resigned. Sekou has resigned. I think he resigned yesterday or Monday or so. Sekou has left the NPA after serving that entity for 19 years under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, under George Weah. Now Sekou Kole has resigned. Sekou has resigned. So that is the vindictive level of our brothers in the ruling party. Once you refuse to share their political opinions, they get at you. That is it. So let's go to the arson case at the Temple of Justice at Criminal Code A involving the former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Councillor J. Fonati Kofa, Honorables Dixon Wulawi Sibo Abu Kamara, Jacob DB, right? And the rest of the guys, Tom Ettridge, John Nyanti, Kivi Ba, Christian Kofa, Eric Suse, you know. The prosecution witness, Raphael Wilson, who has been the chief investigator at the Liberian National Police, continues to contradict himself during the cross-examination, the witness cross-examination. This guy has embarrassed the government so much, such that the government, we are hearing that the government has been contemplating on having a bargain with Fonati and the rest of the guys to drop the case because the government has no evidence. The government has no evidence to prosecute. So the prosecution is dilly-dallying. They are lying. The witness on the stand is contradicting himself. For example, right? In the witness testimony yesterday, Mr. Raphael Wilson said, not John Yanti, but Tom Ettridge. Tom Ettridge, who lives in Brewerville. Tom Ettridge lives in Brewerville around the G4 community. According to Raphael Wilson, Tom Ettridge was at the Capitol building at 5 o'clock in the morning, on the morning of the burning of the Capitol building. He said Tom Ettridge was at the Capitol building grounds at 5 o'clock in the morning. But the call logs and other documentary evidence suggests that Tom Ettridge was at the LEC at 7 minutes after 5 in the morning. So how possible is it that Tom will be at LEC 5:07 and be at Capitol building at 5 o'clock? Okay. And around 6:51, according to him, around 6:51, Tom Ettridge was around the the Liberia National Police Headquarters, Central. So you see, the prosecution is contradicting itself. And whenever Raphael is on the stand, prosecution lawyers will try to coach him what to say. They'll be looking in his face and with the meanness of look. Meanness of look. When a guy is making mistake, they try to put him on track. But the defense counsel is very smart. The defense is very smart. The defense has been very smart because they have some of the best lawyers. Arthur Johnson, Councillor Arthur Johnson, Councillor Jonathan Massaquoi. The first guy President Bwaka appointed to be Minister of Justice, right? Jonathan Massaquoi. He's the lead lawyer for Nati and the rest of the guys. You have former Solicitor General and also former Solicitor General and Associate Justice Wilkins Wright, Councillor Wilkins Wright. He's on the prosecution team. The Omar, the Congo Omar, Councillor Pierre Brown-Boo. She's also on the defense team. So Funati himself is a lawyer. So they have a crack team of lawyers. In fact, Funati is the first always to be in court. He has been in court. He has been the first to enter the court because he wants this case to be done with. But the prosecution does not have a case. They don't have evidence. They don't have anything. In fact, Raphael Wilson, I think on the first or second day of his testimony, while he was on the witness stand, the guy left unceremoniously to go out. He left unceremoniously to go out, for which he was dismissed and he was thrown out of the court. Okay, so this is the way the case is going. And it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time for Nati Kofa and the rest of the people will be declared not guilty. This case has enormous public interest, both local and internationally, because this is a case that borders on the burning of the Capitol building, one of Liberia's iconic public bureaucratic institutions. But this is what I feel. This is what I think, right? For Nati, I've said it from the outset of this show. For Nati and the rest of the guys will be declared not guilty. They will be acquitted. But trust me, the guys who burned the Capitol building will be found. And we are understanding that the government, the president, is so much embarrassed with Gregory Coleman because Gregory Coleman's evidence that he assembled, the assembly of Gregory Coleman's evidence has given the government tough time. Gregory, one time he said, "Oh, we have enough evidence to prosecute this case. We have enough evidence, enormous evidence to convict these people." Oh, Gregory Coleman, today his evidence he has assembled and paraded before the court has embarrassed the government. The government is in serious embarrassment. And we are understanding that the president is contemplating, he has been advised to dismiss Gregory Coleman as Inspector General of Police because he has brought serious embarrassment to the president, to the government, because of this case. This is where we are. This is where we are going. So, and the Liberian people, the people of Nikru Town, the people of Grand Jede, oh, the people of Logan Town, the people of West Point, the Liberian people are edgy. They are very edgy to get to the conclusion of this case. We will get there. We get to the conclusion of this case because even the judge Judge Roosevelt A. Willie is embarrassed. He's embarrassed because the government is not presenting anything substantive. Those guys have been behind bars since December. Since December 2024. They've been behind bars for a year. People's children have been behind bars. They've been in jail. They've been in jail on foolishness. But guess what? Those who burn the building are in the building. Those who burn the Capitol building are in the Capitol building. And they will be found. The truth crushed to the grounds will rise again. It will surely rise. We will get to that moment. And there will be celebration in this town. There will be celebration across the country. There will be celebration across Grand Jide, across Sino, Maryland. There will be celebration in Monserrado. There will be celebration all over this country. Because we are getting to a point where the government has no option but to get defeated in court by those lawmakers and those kids who are in jail on foolishness. We will get there. The government is embarrassed. And the moment the government loses that case, Gregory will be fired. We are understanding that he's under serious pressure. He's under enormous pressure. No more evidence. They are fishing for evidence everywhere. We understand that Christian Kofa is not in jail. Christian Kofa, we understand that he's nowhere to be found. The government has extracted him from the prison, taking him to an unknown destination, negotiating with him to serve as state witness against the other people. But it is not materializing. After they got tired with John Yanti was placed in a hotel for almost a month, being negotiated with. He ate chicken, ate bread, everything, sausage, everything they brought, cow meat. They offer him thousands of dollars, 50,000, 100,000, 150,000, 200,000. They say, my man, lie on these people. Let's convict them. We will send you abroad. We will pay your school fees. We'll send you to school in Europe. Any country in Europe you want to go to, you will pay your school fees. John said, look, I cannot lie against my conscience. I don't know about this thing. I don't know what happened. So they had no option but to charge John Yanti and send him to court alongside the other guys. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to the show, you're listening to the CDC Hour on King 788.5. You can now begin to place your calls on 0772-239-9933, 0772-239-9933, 086-30-4497, 086-30-4497, 077-980-375 is the lone female line. Let's go to the line to talk to our first caller. Hello.
Good evening, Saga.
CDC Pape, I saw you at the protest ground.
All right.
I saw you at the protest ground.
Yeah.
You had a donut in your hand. You said,
I say I'll be there to taste the water before everybody will start becoming.
Okay, so how was it?
Yeah. So you know what?
No?
People will see there. I came home to God table and finish pray because I got to pray. I got to pray 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Then I'll go back there.
Okay.
We'll be there. We'll put our men foot in fire now. Or hot oil. And one day, here is going to come and run away and leave this country. Thank you.
Thank you so much, CDC Pape. Let's talk to our next caller. Hello.
Good evening, Minister Itaka Sharif.
Yeah, good evening. Let's hear you.
My name is Soti Terra and I call you from Ghana's way to be peace.
Okay.
You know, today we witness the way the police treated the protester, the peaceful protester. You know, this is why we try to tell our leaders that we should be very, very strong come 2029 because the military party force, they are rebel. Those people, they are complete rebels. Some of those police guys that were in those uniforms, they are not police. The training special. These are people that are training. Every time ABC, these are people that are training. These are people that are training because if they get rid of manipulate the election now, these are people who point the screen to kind of be harming us. And some of us will not relay. Some of us will, if they attack, will attack them. So the issue of district number 4 in the country, you know, where I'm sitting now, Minister Isaac, I'm very, very frustrated. Because the problem that the way the government is proceeding, you know, taking people for their job because they support CDC, we never did this to them. We keep the power, we let their people in government. These people voted against us. But today they can't witch all the people. Why get Joseph Boga? We respond to inequality boring.
Thank you so much.
Because they know what we did to the inequality boring. They couldn't win.
Thank you so much. Let's take another caller. Hello. Hello.
How you doing, also?
I'm doing good.
This is my sister, your mother on the line.
I know, my sister. I know your voice very well. Let's hear you.
Say thank you for the show, my brother. So anything you not do about, God can set you free. The case you are talking about today, to make it possible for them to go free, because there is no evidence. To lie, they burn that place and they put it on Kofa and all of egg. And our children today, they are languishing beyond bar. Go for protest today, they were beating up protesters. What they did yesterday, they did not want to allow it for no happen. When they were in opposition, they came a Kofa, they came a pot at the capital building. And when they fought them, they embarrassed them. But today we go protest, they only up people, beating up people, and they say where we to go, but they met here all they go. But for you, there was nobody outside there. They get two men, one person, Pastor Shagasheri. The messages are gone. The message, they put the message all over the world, they put us outside there. It can be two men, it can be here. We protest the poor, whole what carry is. So they will say, oh, go out to the poor out there, that therefore they make it. They image have been damage again for them leadership. They have been damage for them. Because they see that between our protesters, tracking them to death, talking in the car paper box. It was wrong on their part. It's a capital building. So it's supposed to never us. And the thing was doing the city. And it was 34 marriage. So then when you go after them, they walk after you. So the message to all the people, the people came out there, they will not be there by the economy. We will always protest.
Thank you so much, Masisi. Let's take another caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. My best, let's hear you.
Yeah. All they got today. Even the people who eat fat, they start talking. The people who eat and you professor said they start talking. Why they talking about that? Yesterday they said to go to the marshal, it was already cold yesterday. Then today they put the car, put the food down, the police will not get chance again. And that police will over there. It's not people. They miss. Just to go present, I want all the security in the country and I had to go to happen there. Just to say we fall in.
Thank you.
Today. One people now, they put a tear in our eye.
We lost you. Let's take another caller.
Good evening, Ishara.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, I listened to you carefully. I'm Joseph Arias from Shoe Factory.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, the case, what actually happened at Capitol Building is a very deep story. And in life, you can't do anything wrong and you think God will stand by you. He can't stand by you. He will always stand to the side that is truth and to the side that is preaching the rightful message. The issue between Nima County Senator Coker and that of Jeremiah Kun is a very deep story. It almost looks like I do something for you and then you will pay me back. But all of a sudden, the culture and the tradition that is in Nima County cannot permit anybody to override the fathership. So it becomes an issue. But that burning of that Capitol building, Coker and that of Jeremiah Kun, they are not far from it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Those who burn that building will be found. Hello?
Hello, Ishaka.
Hello?
Yeah, this is Mom recording from Coastal Street.
Mom, let's hear you.
Yeah. What happened to Jojo too?
Jojo is not feeling too good, so
Oh. Yeah, Ishaka. To lie is not hard. But to prove it, we start following the case. The first day, nothing. The second day, nothing. And we know that answer case that the people will be free. But my concern is who when the capital building. We want to know. Let them start lying around here. Who when the capital building? Gregory Como will tell us who when the capital building after they finish with that case. We come back. The Liberian people will ask them who when the capital building and let them tell us who when the capital building. In which is suffering innocent people, lying on people that will even be thinking they fall off from pressure. They already finish getting the sick. They speak us sick. So they will tell us who when the capital building. Thank you, Shaka, for a 4 minutes. And thank Jojo. Sorry there or deal with her.
thank you so much. You too. Let's take another caller. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, be audible. Yeah, please be audible.
Okay. Ishaka, my name is Mohammed Donso Fofana. Well, Ishaka, I understand Mr. Walker, you party, government to be a government that don't have no credibility. I don't know how to run government. See how these people are running our country, like our children. See what today the protest, see what happened today, So these people have, understand a person. We are, out of government is so far enough for these guys. Like when people make a mistake by electing this guy, our country is just, just that type of way. No law, no other, anybody just friends, do anything because it's either in government. It's not government wrong.
Thank you so much, Donzo. Let's take another caller. We don't have time. Hello? Yes, good. Mambeno, let's hear you.
The Liberian people have to post strong. When they say protest, they will not be fall of protest. Protest, you can't be running away from your enemy. Be strong and say and talk to your protection and talk to the people that are coming to defend you.
Did you go to the protest? Did you go there today?
I was there. I don't want to get a whole Liberian flag put on me. That was more the red, all over white and blue Liberian flag. I mean, I was there today. So they must be strong to protest. They must not be protecting with listening. Everybody great me today. And the only person that walk in front of that police and march today and take one generally running behind me going to police and talk today.
Okay, thank you, Mabeno. Let's take another caller. Hello? Okay, we don't have one yet. So we don't have time. 3 more minutes to go. Let's take
Ishaka, how you doing?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, how are you? This is Edmond Khan.
Edmond.
I don't know what Josephine there.
Edmond.
Yeah.
No, Josephine is not here.
Yeah. We say thanks to all of us for the day, but the only thing that ever allowed the Unity Party people then to behave the way they behaved during our 6 years, it was because of President Weah. Not just auto A. Okay? It was because President Weah wanted to allow the exercise of citizenry what the Constitution says. That's all. But all we need to do now is to continuously put ourselves together and engage these guys, making sure that you get them for your back 2029. But it became now. We don't have to sit and wait for 2029. Everything that we can do in our community, in our district, we should start doing it. And quickly, this word that I already hearing our citizens saying, and we are saying and support the Unity Party people say. So when the Unity Party put it to, what do you can tell them to now? So they can say, what do you can say to them? So they say they were cheap. What you say, you agree to it? Because this is a cliche that they are using that comes closer to 2029, they will make some of you people weak, not to cast your vote. Then when you're happy now, you did the poll say they were going to cheat. You don't listen to them. Engage them. Fight them. If the contract to fight, you fight. When they throw you down, walk away. If you throw them down, Joe, we are win. That's the way to treat the United Party people. But United Party people, see, me, I don't care about that. I fight them on the radio. I fight them outside of the radio. I don't care. I engage it. I'm going on the day again on Friday. That's all you need to do.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, Edmond. Let's take the last caller. Let's take the last caller.
Hello.
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 Yeah, hello.
Yeah, Ishaka, how you doing?
I'm good.
Okay. We want to say thank you to Mola Molu. But one thing I want to Liberian people to understand, Mola Molu was not fighting for here alone. He's not fighting for staying fighting for the Liberian people. We as Liberian people today we did not turn up to the expectation of Mola Molu, which was very wrong. Next time I think it should be properly played. And the opposition need to support Mola Molu because Mola Molu is speaking for her people. Mola Molu is okay for what he has, but he in the family, but is that enough? Because Mola Molu is everything. He loves his country, he loves the Liberian people, but we did not do well for the Liberian people. And we'll go back to the police, the attitude of the police. We need to teach common sense. Just maybe 2 or 3 days. I'll tell the Liberian people we are up for something. Government cannot do nothing. I beg government come out, beg Scarface. Scarface and government don't put that I found out some of say you may know the voice, but don't call the name on the radio because you remember you are fighting for some position in certain entity at GSA boss, and later you are appointed as assistant minister, but don't call this name because you better now the voice. And government Scarface, one little have my back way, okay, about some of us saving that the reason he living today. Thank you very much for the time.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That does it for the call. So, ladies and gentlemen, you listen to the callers and frustration, everyday frustration. The government is failing. The government has failed, in fact. So, the verdict should be 2029. People are not talking. Some people are just supinely sitting and waiting for 2029 to make that decision to put the government out of power. But some will be part of all of the processes to make sure to lead to the defeat of the government in 2029. Ladies and gentlemen, until then, we have come to the end of today's edition of this CDC Hour. You will see us here on Friday by the grace of the Almighty Allah. Until then, I'm your presenter, Ishaka Sheriff. Bye-bye.
Trigger. Aha, y'all want it, boy.